The exploration time period was a time when Europeans explored new territories overseas and encountered indigenous people while settling. Some European states, such as the Spanish, Portuguese, and Dutch, were driven to find luxury goods, like gold and spices, that would make them wealthy and more powerful in their own societal rankings. Spices were actually a very valued item because they added flavor, preserved meats, and made medicines and perfumes. These same European states later went on to establish colonies and trading networks overseas. This was a perfect example of mercantilism. Mercantilism is the theory that trading is essential to gaining wealth in a society. Mercantilism is a type of command economy because it's based on state control. It's not a market economy because it does not resemble liberalism. The Columbian Exchange was the exchange of goods, ideas, plants, animals, and diseases. This ultimately began with Christopher Columbus's exploration of the Americas. Christopher Columbus was an Italian explorer who had found a route to unknown continents in 1492. He completed a total of 4 voyages across the Atlantic Ocean. Another key person who was involved with Spanish exploration was Ferdinand Magellan. He found the passage that is now known today as the Strait of Magellan, and he was the first European to cross the Pacific Ocean. A major trading network was the Middle Passage, which was a part of the Triangle trade route where slaves transported from Africa to the Americas across the Atlantic Ocean. People in the Americas mainly bought slaves to work on their plantations or be household servants. Many African leaders tried to put a stop to the trading because they were losing so many young men and women. On the other hand, some African American states relied on the slave trade. While in the Americas, the slaves worked on sugar, rice, and tobacco plantations. As the Europeans became settled, they established hierarchies of class, religion, and gender. Their lives revolved around agriculture, which was a change from the medieval social and economic standards. The Price Revolution was a period of time in Europe when inflation rose rapidly. This means that it expanded the market economy, which helped many large landowners in the western parts of Europe. Groups such as the gentry in England and nobles of the robe in France gained political power in Europe while secular systems in states were being implemented. Finally, the very competitive state system led to new forms of warfare, including firearms and mobile cannons. These advances were made possible by the implementation of higher taxes in Europe. Spain and France were 2 European states that specifically benefited from the military advancements and revolution.